Dads, have you been feeling constantly exhausted? Maybe you're irritable. Maybe you're barely keeping it together. Look, you're not alone though. 15% of fathers experience perinatal anxiety due to the overwhelming demands of fatherhood. But as is typical with dads, no one's talking about it. Now, between juggling our work responsibilities, our family's needs, and attempting to maintain our own health, it's really easy for us to get caught in an endless cycle of stress that's wreaking havoc on your body and your mind. That dad bod, this isn't really about just skipping workouts. It's a physical manifestation of the chronic stressful state, keeping our nervous system locked out and in that fight or flight mode. But here's what most healthcare providers are not telling you. This chronic stress isn't just affecting your waistline, it compromises your health, your relationships, and your ability to be the dad and husband that your family deserves. So if you're an exhausted, stressed out dad who feels like you are running on empty, maybe you struggle to balance work and family demands, but also balancing that with your health and your energy decline. You're wondering, is this what fatherhood was really supposed to be like in the first place? Now, we're revealing why so many dads get stuck in this mode, this chronic stressful state, how it affects your nervous system, and a really powerful cheat code that can break this cycle without adding anything else to your already full plate. You're going to discover how neurologically focused chiropractic care is the catalyst that transforms your health and gives you back the energy to be the dad that you want to be and always wanted to be in the first place. Because according to recent data, up to 50% of dads experience postpartum depression if their partner is also struggling with it as well. Now, this is a staggering statistic. What it tells me is the pressure on a modern father is immense, but it's rarely acknowledged. Many dads come into our office at Pure Chiropractic completely drained. They have tense shoulders, they have the persistent headaches, their sleep is terrible, and they're struggling with what society has labeled dad bod. These aren't isolated signs, they're interconnected manifestations of a nervous system stuck in a chronic stressful state. Now, most concerning is that many dads have normalized this state. We believe that it's completely normal to feel this way. The constant exhaustion, our health declines, they're part of the fatherhood package, almost worn like a badge of honor. But if we really understand the nervous system, then we understand that these things are not normal and what we really need to do to make this change. Because if we talk about the nervous system first, your nervous system has two primary modes. You have your sympathetic fight or flight response and your parasympathetic rest and heal response. But if you're constantly juggling work deadlines, those family responsibilities, financial pressure, and you're trying to maintain relationships with your wife and your children, your body gets stuck in a sympathetic dominant state very easily. Essentially, it's like having the gas pedal pressed down 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This chronic activation causes your body to continuously release cortisol. This is a stress hormone that, if we're really in an emergency, super important. But if it's just day to day and it's constantly elevated, it creates serious health problems for us because your nervous system wasn't designed to handle that level of sustained stress. And when you do, it leads to what we call dysautonomia. And this is dysfunction within the autonomic nervous system that's going to impact nearly every single bodily function. And what that leads to is a cascading health decline and eventually what we refer to as dad burnout. Now, if we have a chronically sympathetic dominant state, and we have the elevated cortisol, this directly contributes to what many people joke about as dad bod. We have the increased abdominal fat, we lose some muscle, and we have this overall physical decline where we remember the high school version of ourselves. We just don't feel that way anymore. These stress hormones don't just affect your appearance, they're going to actively suppress testosterone production too. They're going to see us reduce muscle recovery and they disturb our metabolic function, which leads to those symptoms that we refer to as dad bod. Now, inflammation is part of this too, because it triggers a chronic stressful state, and this is going to impact your cardiovascular health and your immune function. And here's the one that dads really get in trouble for, our cognitive function. And this is why dads often experience brain fog and memory issues. They have reduced patience and they have diminishing ability to regulate their emotions. And these show up the more stressed, the more we notice these signs and symptoms. Now, here's why traditional self-care really fails with dads. Most health advice tells you, well, if you just exercise more or you eat a little better, you're going to be fine. But when your nervous system is already exhausted, finding the energy to implement those changes, it's going to feel almost impossible. And the irony is, those changes are part of a healthy behavior and a healthy lifestyle, but chronic stress depletes the very reserves you need in order to have these practices be part of your day-to-day life. And this is why for these dads, listen, dads are really, really tough. We know this, but willpower is not enough. You need to address the root cause of your fatigue at its most basic neurological level first. And until your nervous system shifts out of survival mode, Those sustaining lifestyle changes that you should be making, they're going to remain difficult and almost impossible to implement. Now, earlier in the video, I talked about the dad cheat code. Now, what does that mean? Well, what I'm talking about is neurologically focused chiropractic adjustments because they are directly affecting subluxations that are causing neurological interference that keep your nervous system stuck in that stressful state. Our gentle, precise adjustments are going to restore proper communication between your brain and your body. And this allows your nervous system to shift out of fight or flight and get back into that rest and recovery mode that you should be in the first place. And this is why the dads we take care of that receive neurologically focused chiropractic care, they're reporting back to us they have better sleep, they have improved energy, they see reduced pain and tension, their mood is better, and they're seeing the gradual positive impact of physical health changes because of their chiropractic care. Think of it like hitting the reset button on your overstressed nervous system. This creates a new foundation for you to build upon in the future. Because at Pure Chiropractic, we use our advanced insight scans to determine where we need to be working on the nervous system to create these changes and get you out of that stressful state. Now, those insight scans allow us to take a very scientific approach, creating personalized care plans that are based on objective measurements, not just generic recommendations and not just do this or do that, which is what typically these dads are being told. We're going to focus specifically on the neurological components of health rather than just the musculoskeletal pain that's the byproduct of that stressful state. Because addressing the root cause instead of the signs is going to create long lasting changes, not just temporarily masking them. And our care is designed to really restore that optimal nervous system function first, which is going to create the natural changes for health and lifestyle changes, as well as those physical biomechanical changes that a lot of dads come to us for as well. Ultimately, what we're saying is, dad, you deserve to feel your best. This isn't just for your family, this is for yourself. And dads, while we are honorable in that we always put ourselves last, we need you to step up this year and make sure that you take care of yourself for your wife, for your children, for your family. Neurologically focused chiropractic care, it's not just another thing to add to your overwhelming to-do list. It's an essential first step that makes everything else possible with you and your health. By addressing the root cause of your exhaustion at this nervous system level first, you're finally going to have the energy to implement those other healthy habits that you know you should be doing right now as well. Countless dads in our practice experience this transformation. Within just weeks of beginning care, we get those reports: better sleep, improved mood, less pain, the energy returns that they haven't felt in years. Your family needs you at your best, and it starts with taking care of your nervous system first. The first step is scheduling your neurological insight scans at our office, Pure Chiropractic in Livonia. This will give us a clear picture of how stress is affecting your nervous system, and it helps us create that personalized plan to get you back on track, your energy, your health, and get some slack in the rope for you and for your family. Click the link in our bio to learn more about what we do at our office and schedule your neurological insight scans with us today. Dads, we love you. We love when you take care of yourself, and we love seeing your family overjoyed because of the changes that you're experiencing with our care. We'll see you soon.